Hello everyone, my name is Jay, and if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in the topic of target audience. And to be completely transparent, I had a completely different video plan, but I figured that you could possibly just go ask Chat GPT what a target audience is if you just want the by book definition. Whereas with this video, I kind of wanted to redo it and share with you actually how I approach this term target audience. What I want to do is to explain to you or share with you what's actually helped me to understand what a target audience is and how I use it practically as a marketer. So to do this, we first want to understand two things, and that's what a target audience is not. So one, a target audience is not your buyer persona. So I talked about this in this video here about a ideal customer profile, which I like to call a proto persona. And this is going to be your persona before they actually make a purchase. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, go check that video out. But that's number one. That's what a target audience is not. Number two, your target audience is not everyone. So there's definitely this idea of if you're just starting a business, you feel like you could sell to anyone. Your product is for everyone. And why that's a great idea, to really feel that you could help everyone, that's not really how the market actually works. Most businesses find more success the more they niche down and figure out who they're talking to and who their product actually helps. So how I actually view a target audience, I actually see it as a group of people being in three different stages. And these three different stages are going to be cold, warm, and hot. And so this is super practical for me because it allows me to kind of say, okay, these people that are cold, maybe they're not doing anything above consuming. Whereas when they're warm, maybe they subscribed, maybe they follow you, maybe they showed up to a free workshop or webinar. And when you get to a hotter audience, these are going to be people that have already purchased from you and they are ready to buy. They just need to know that your product is the right product for them and that by picking you, they are making the smart choice. So I think that's a great way of putting it. And I like to actually think of target audiences having these factors. Now, this is opinionated and definitely debatable. So if you find that you would add some things to these factors, just let me know in the comment sections what you're actually using. That way it's helpful. So I would say interests, goals, age range, gender, their geographical location, and their actual lifestyle. Now, I want to quickly break this down. So interest is going to be what actually led them to you. And how this happens is through search engines being smart enough to say that the people that have searched for this keyword get a lot of value from this content. Or if you're running ads, the people that are interested in these things here are more likely to buy these types of products. So those are two very basic ways of thinking of interests. And then you have the goals. That's kind of like their intent. Are they trying to get hired? Are they trying to buy a house? Are they trying to get healthier looking skin? Are they trying to lose weight? The age range is going to be important because there's a lot of cool ways to kind of do your messaging to appeal to different age groups, because each age group is going to have their own set of experiences with their peers, but also like in interests. So like there's this whole season to where we just experienced a lot of nostalgia advertisements. And for a season, it was cool. But then it was like, okay, well, I see what's happening now. But yeah, so age range does matter, especially if your product is for a specific age group. So sometimes, some ad platforms are going to kind of not want you to be super specific on age, and the next one, which is gender. But both of those are super important to understand because like, if you know that your product is just for men or just for women, it kind of helps to speak to that audience. So instead of saying everyone, you can just call your audience out, which is going to be super important. So the next one's going to be their geographical location. This is going to be, what country are they in? What state are they in? Do they live in a rural area? Do they live in the city? So this is kind of what's gonna let them know that, okay, you're speaking to me, you understand where I'm at, and maybe even my limitations. Like maybe if they're in a more rural area, they have slower internet. So the content that you have is going to be a bit more accessible, specifically on your website. So like page load time, you don't want to risk the chance of them going to your website and then they're not able to make a purchase because it was loading too slow. The last one is lifestyle. So this is understanding what their day-to-day looks like. So if it's a first responder, let's say you're selling your services or product to a first responder, they have a around the clock lifestyle. So you can imagine that when you're talking to them, you're talking to someone that cares about service. So you can kind of tailor your messaging around that. Even like when you post content or run ads, you can be more intentional about sending things out at multiple times of the day to kind of test things out, because they're probably the group of people that are going to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning because they are serving their communities. So that's just something to consider about what I feel are the important factors for your target audience and defining them specifically. I also think that you can get a ton of leverage when it comes down to investing all of this time and doing research on your target audience when you actually consider making segments. Now, you can actually do segments by segmenting your cold, warm, and hot audience, which is a great idea. But I've actually found that I've been doing more segmentation when it comes down to email marketing and advertising. Segmentation is really a good way of just organizing individuals within your audience based on how they're actually interacting with your brand. So to drive this home, I'm going to share something with you that you probably already experienced before. So let's say that you've seen an ad, you clicked on it, and it requires you to exchange your email for access to a free product that you really, really want. So you did it, you exchanged your email, and you opted in to a email newsletter, but you got the free thing. You're happy, create a lot of value for your business. Let's say 1 month later, you see another ad, and you notice that it's from the same brand, but it's a different offer. But you click on it and it also requires you to exchange your email for the free product. And since the last one was so good, you believe that this is a good decision because the last one created so much value for you that it's a no-brainer to just go with it. You trust the brand, you do it. But when you actually get the email with your product, you notice that it's the same email, the same welcome email. And it kind of hints to you that this brand didn't take the time to actually notice that I've already been interacting with them. And so not a lot of people actually may care about this, but I think that when you take the time to actually segment your audience, is just something as simple as tagging your subscribers to where you have an idea that, okay, well, if they get this other product, this other lead magnet, maybe I should send them a different greeting message to say, welcome back. And it's something as simple as that to create a way better customer experience. And so where I'm going with all of this is that understanding how to segment your target audience can help you create a way better customer experience for your ideal customer. But that's all I have for now. I really just wanted to keep this video short and share how I view target audiences and segments. I really hope this gave you a different point of view on target audiences and segments. And let me know in the comment section if this was actually helpful. What would you like me to elaborate more on? Again, my name is Jay, and I'll see you in the next one.